What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Guttural and I'm back with another video. Today I'm here with a reaction video. Today we will be watching 6 most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Let's see what it's talking about. If you're new here, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment. Alright boys, let's get into it, see what it's talking about.
Did you hear that?
What the fuck, dude? Oh. What the fuck is he doing? Gang, imagine somebody just put their hand into your fucking tent, bro. Nah, that's a different level, nigga. That shit's scary, bro. You have to have a gun on you. This nigga started screaming. I'm not gonna lie, that shit's crazy as fuck. You gotta sleep with that motherfucker like in your sleeping bag or something, nigga.
Camping is meant to be an escape with peaceful nights under the stars and fresh air. But sometimes they take a turn for the worse. Tonight, we're exploring 6 of the most disturbing camping encounters ever caught on camera. Instances where campers' nights went completely wrong. Novus Wild Camper is a channel run by a solo outdoorsman. It's usually all about quiet hikes, easygoing trips, and relaxed wild camping. This one also started like any other overnight camp until the darkness brought something that didn't belong out there. December 20th, 2021. That day, Mad had been working nearby and decided to use the opportunity to spend a night on White Edge.
So I'm at the Peak District. Been working up this way, so thought I'd take the opportunity to come and sneak out into Mesna country.
A viewer recommended the spot, and the evening looked perfect, bright moon, and a gentle chill in the air. He walked in along the trail, past pockets of low mist hanging in the valleys, and found a place to set up his tent. Once camp was up, he settled into his normal.
Dude, niggas really camp by themselves, gang. Like, I don't give a, bro, I'm not going camping alone. I don't love camping that much. But, like, I want to go camping. I fuck with it, but I don't think I would camp by myself, gang. Especially in the middle of nowhere.
Routine. Boiling water for his cheap teriyaki noodles, making coffee, and
then you got one of these open tent. Nigga, you finna get killed. The fuck are you doing?
enjoying a bit of Jack Daniels while the temperature kept dropping. Around 9:30 p.m., Mad crawled into his sleeping bag and tried to get some sleep. That's when things changed. He had camped alone many times and knew what animals sounded like, but just as he started drifting off, a low, guttural cry echoed somewhere out in the dark.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night, but
It wasn't a bark or a scream or anything familiar. It sounded heavier, rougher, like something struggling.
Where I grab my gun, I start shooting in the fucking, or shoot like once in the air, or maybe just in that direction. Fuck it, just start shooting in that direction. Cause whatever it is, that shit can't be human. Fuck it, I'm shooting in that direction. I'm leaving the fucking tent there, and I'm going to fuck home. And look at his tent, this bitch not even covered. You got the half open tent, bro. Who the fuck do you think you are?
For breath between each sound. Mad stayed vigilant, trying to guess what it might be. The noise came again, this time a little closer. He whispered into the camera, trying to stay calm, but his voice dropped as soon as the sound rolled across the hillside again.
not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit, see if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird.
That sounded completely different from the last. Is this fake, gang?
Did you hear that?
Or it sounded like an edited in as sound effect.
That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox.
He sat perfectly still, waiting for footsteps or movement outside the tent. But nothing came. Mad stayed zipped inside his tent, not eager to shine a light and find out what was outside his tent. The place was pitch black, and whatever made that noise...
Gang, honestly, you might as well peek out and do that shit, cause they're gonna fucking kill you. Look at your tent, buddy. Either way, they know you there, cause you got a bright-ass flashlight on. You're in the middle of the fucking woods. They see you, nigga.
was close enough to unsettle him in a way he hadn't felt before. He tried to settle down shortly after and muttered a half-joking line, but there was tension behind it.
I'm gonna zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning.
Something about that sound didn't sit right. By sunrise, he had already been up for hours. The night had dropped to around 2 degrees Celsius, and condensation covered the tent walls. The strange cry didn't return, but another odd sound took its place.
I'm acting like I've just woke up. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been up since 5. Just trying to get some morning shots, which I posted up on Instagram and Facebook. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a very weird sounding bird. It sounds like a kookaburra with a sore throat. It's not going to do it now.
It was a harsh, rattling call from a bird he didn't recognize, at least nothing like the usual Peak District birds he was used to hearing. It stayed close to camp, repeating the same rough call until he started packing up. Morning light
Play the sounds then, nigga.
made the ridge look calm again, almost harmless. But the memory of that deep, guttural noise stayed in the back of his mind. He took one last look at where his tent had been, slung his pack over his shoulder, and headed back toward the car. The night had been creepy, and whatever had roamed out there made it very clear he wasn't alone.
Okay.
By the curb, run by creator James Burton, is
That shit was nothing, chat. He might have had some sounds, because it seemed like he was forefront, bro.
usually a relaxed van life channel. His videos focus on travel,
If that's the case, if he put that shit on there, John Piglet should have made the cut.
simple living, and the small everyday moments of life on the road. But this night in Sunderland turned into something he never thought he'd experience. January 16th, 2025. It was just after 5 a.m. when James hit the recording button on his camera, still shaken and trying to breathe normally.
And I have just had the most terrifying experience of my life. I'm only still just getting over it.
He'd been living in his van for 2 years without a single scary encounter, but what happened that night was unlike anything he'd ever experienced. That day, he'd driven to Sunderland to film his next vlog and picked a quiet lane outside the city. It was rural, with nothing but a farm and open ground nearby, and it seemed like the perfect overnight spot. There he spent the evening researching
Creepiest spot to put your shit at, nigga. You waiting on them hills, have eyes, niggas to come to your car.
editing, and getting ready for the next day's filming. And around midnight, he finally crawled into bed, expecting a normal night of sleep. That was when the banging started. There was a heavy thud that slammed right above his head, hard enough to shock him awake like someone had ripped him out of a dream.
You know what it's like when you're fast asleep and something jolts you so much, you don't know what planet you're on. It's like my soul left my body, that my heart. So I get so, I'm like, what's that? Who's that? What's going on? I didn't know where I was. And I pulled blind down. That was my first reaction. And there's a bloody face at the window. The most terrifying thing that has ever happened to me. A face up at my window.
He mentioned that the image hit him so hard it felt like his soul left his body. Even retelling it on camera gave him goosebumps. The yelling started up again, rambling things about mental health, voices in his head, things James couldn't quite piece together. For about half an hour, the man paced around the van, muttering, shouting, circling, and sometimes going silent long enough that James didn't know where he was.
Fuck. Oh, this is new cat. And nigga, he see you, man. You ain't got no gun in there? And you... Oh, this shit might be fake.
James sat there in the dark, listening, trying to stay calm. He peeked through the window once and could see the stranger standing a few feet away, talking to himself and acting erratically.
They on drugs?
You're not working no one. I'm not the third door. I'm not the private rig. I'm not a first in the footballer.
Yeah, he's obviously mentally crazy.
Put on the dead people who you're supposed to look.
I would have blew his head. Man, I'm shooting.
I've got a new modern technology. You've got full shot like this on there. You're a cameraman. You're shutting out all
I don't know why I thought Buddy was finna hit us with the meanest jump scare when he did that shit. It looks like, nah, it could be a trap. I would say just hop out and press this nigga, but it could be a trap to get you to come out there and press him, and then this whole group of niggas come out, bow, 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 steal all your shit, probably kill your ass.
It wasn't the kind of situation where you open the door and have a conversation, not at 5 a.m., not alone, and not when someone has already slammed on your van hard enough to wake you out of dead sleep.
So is he in the back of the van, or like is he still able to get to the front? Because I mean, if you are, why not just hop in that bitch, cut that bitch on, and get the fuck out of it?
For a moment, he considered starting the engine and driving off, but he was boxed in at a dead end. Even if he tried, the windows were fogged over from condensation, and he wouldn't be able to see a thing.
Who gives a fuck? Start backing that shit up. Nigga give a fuck if you boxed in. If that nigga ain't dumb enough, he won't stand behind the car. If he stand behind it, so fucking be this nigga slamming on that bitch. Could been danger or anything, bro. Nigga, I'm getting in that shit and I'm driving, nigga. You better not be behind my shit. If he behind it, he getting... smoking and shit, I'm telling you.
Eventually, the stranger wandered down the lane again, shouting towards what sounded like another parked van in the distance.
Right, he's moved on, he's gone down there.
Well, he's on drugs.
I don't know if there's some more motorhomes down there that he's shouting at now.
Nigga, get in the car and leave.
I think it's probably pretty harmless. Just freaked me out though, that. I don't know what to do.
This nigga just farted. The hell was that?
I don't think I've got enough space to do a U-turn here. I don't know if you can see him at distance.
Nigga, get out of there. Get in your car and leave.
Another van's come and he's buggered off now. I don't know what's going on down there. I think there's some sort of, I don't know, farm or depot or something like that.
An engine started somewhere out there, and for a while, it looked like the man was moving on. James stayed where he was, shaken and wide awake. There was no going back to sleep after that. He just sat at his table trying to calm down while his adrenaline finally dipped.
Don't mind the 2 punch button.
So I'm just hoping that he'll get fed up and bugger off.
Even hours later, he said his hands were still shaking. In 2 years of living in his van, nothing like this had ever happened. No break-ins, threats, or late-night banging on the walls. And certainly never a face staring through the window in the middle of the night. The memory of that face at the window stayed with him, something he never thought he'd see outside his own home on wheels, and something he hopes never to see again.
But he live in a fucking van. What do you expect?
Grizzly Gaz usually keeps his camping trips pretty straightforward. Grab the gear, head into the woods, make some food, and enjoy a quiet night out. But his October 30th, 2023 trip ended up being nothing like a normal camp.
Good idea. Let's go camping the day before Halloween. Great fucking idea.
He went straight after work, trying to beat the dark while looking for a fallen tree he'd heard stories about. It was a place where pagans supposedly did rituals. Whether that was true or just local talk, he wasn't sure, but the woods already felt a bit strange.
Don't know, does this look like a pagan ritual site? I'll tell you one thing, it looks creepy.
Still, he found the spot, set up his tent, cooked some bacon and mash, and figured he'd chill for the night. Once the sun finally disappeared, though, the whole place changed. It went from creepy to deeply unsettling in minutes.
Oh, it doesn't half look creepy down here. The tree looks like a skeleton, and we're all like bivvies in it.
His light kept messing up. Every leaf that fell sounded like something walking, and the trees looked like shapes in the dark. Even with his dog Fendi there, the strange feeling lingered.
Definitely feels creepy in here.
Hell no. It's like some Blair Witch shit, nigga. What the fuck are you doing here? You finna camp there?
It does feel creepy down here. But that's because I've got light shining in my face and I can't see out.
Oh god.
And
That's what, bruh. If y'all seen any of my night videos, bro, that's what it dead ass be like. When you got the fucking light in your face, it fucking makes everything out here look so much darker than it is, bruh. Oh god, like that light in your face really make it even creepier than you just walking at that point.
there's a slight breeze in the air, so there's lots of things just dropping from trees because it's autumn now, so there's conkers and all sorts of stuff dropping out. Over here in front of me, it's all dried leaves on the floor, so every time something drops from there, it's really, really amplified. But there doesn't seem to be all going on down here.
As the night progressed, branches began snapping nearby, the wind intensified, and small items continued to fall around the tent.
Or sound close as fuck, bro. Are you off the fucking highway in the fucking woods? You're close to some fucking road, bro. Look at the dog heard that shit, got scared as fuck, gang.
Gaz had even checked earlier for dangerous trees, but it still didn't feel right. Both he and Fendi were on edge. Then came the part that pushed everything over the line. He heard movement, something big enough to make him stop talking and listen. It was not the wind, not
Why not turn your big ass fucking light off in the tent so niggas can't see you?
Not a squirrel, but something else.
I don't know if it just branches or...
Again, why are they doing this half tent shit, nigga? Have your whole shit surrounded. Ain't got bugs, mosquitoes and shit. Your ass tripping, bro. Clothes, all that shit.
twigs falling out of trees, but I keep hearing breaking.
Fendi shivered at his side, and the torch kept cutting out. With every flicker, something moved just beyond the light, and Gaz knew he wasn't alone.
Dog looking like, why the fuck did you bring me here, nigga? Yo bitch ass. I'd be mad too, man. I'm going.
I think it's just wind. It's picking back up again now. So I hope there's no widow makers fall on us. That'd be no good, would it, mate? Oh dear. Look at this pillow. Oh, fucking hell. Where the Fendi! Fendi!
Dude, you left the fucking dog talking about some Fendi. Fendi. Was that a general reaction or was that fucking staged?
Come here, mate.
While speaking to the camera, something came up from behind, pressing down on his tent, forcing both him and Fendi to flee the spot.
Yeah, cause be real, gang. Would you have kept going though? That was dead as somebody's hand just pushed on the fucking tent to tap this nigga's head.
Immediately. For a while, he waited things out, and only when he couldn't see or hear anybody by the campsite, he rushed back to quickly retrieve his things. The next day, he described suddenly hearing the shouting of multiple men, not just one, from deeper in the woods.
My sleeping bag and everything, and got that in my backpack. Then I heard loads and loads of screaming, like shouting from men, and it sounded like there were about 20 or 30 of them. And then they all started running, and it sounded like they were coming towards tent, so I just grabbed my bag and off skis, because my keys were in my bag.
They were loud, angry, and a lot of them.
Sounds like a secret ritual or some shit. I told you fucking witches, nigga, and you decided to sleep in there.
Wait around. He grabbed his bag with his keys and got out of there as fast as possible, leaving his tent and a few bits behind. When he came back the next day, the tent was ripped, his gear had been kicked around, and it was clear whoever had been out there didn't want him coming back.
I look at my tent. I had to leave my tent here because I just wanted to get out of there. And a few other bits as well that I left. Look at the state of it. Oh, come on, mate. Snap my poles and that. Sleep mat. Where's my cook kit? My cook kit were over here somewhere. Don't mind people scaring you and stuff out of woods, but when they're just going to break stuff as well, what's the point in that?
Bro, I've been thinking about doing a camping video. That's why I fucking kind of fear camping in the middle of the woods. Like, it could be any shit like that, bro. I've been camping before, but only in my backyard. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I ain't never did no, like, woods or something. I've camped in my friend's backyard before, and I mean, it was woods behind it with no gate and shit. Even that shit was kind of creepy, nigga. Bro, I remember when we did that shit in my friend's backyard one night. We had been doing this shit before, like, and we decided to do it again. I heard fucking running towards the tent, dead ass. So I kind of believe what he's saying a little bit. Like, I heard fucking footsteps out there, bitch. Like, it sounded like they was fucking sprinting towards a nigga, but it never did anything, bro. I just stayed in that shit so quiet, nigga. But everybody else was asleep, gang. Javaris was snoring loud as fuck. So I was like, we're finna fucking get Jason Voorhees massacred out this bitch. But nothing happened. But that shit was crazy, bro.
Huh? Oh, it's got rips in that fly sheet as well, look at that.
Gaz has been in the woods plenty of times, through all sorts of weather and wildlife, but this night stuck out for a different reason. Because sometimes it's not nature that scares you out of the forest. Sometimes it's people. Brendan Explores is a channel built on mellow adventures with good food and beverages and quiet landscapes. March 19th, 2024, however, took a turn he definitely wasn't expecting. The trouble actually started before the adventure even got going. The night was freezing, boy racers were tearing through the area, and motorhomes kept coming and going well past midnight. Brendan spent the night half asleep, half shivering, just waiting for the sun to warm the van up. Morning at least looked peaceful with frost on the roof, a steady sunrise, and a quiet moment to breathe. Things started off normal enough. Brendan got the breakfast cooked, gear packed, and had a few laughs with Steve. Then, off they went toward the B-52 crash site. But the trail had other ideas.
Well, you can definitely tell we're getting higher. There's a little bit of snow on the peaks here. I dare say it, and this is not, I repeat not, for dramatic effect, but we haven't seen another sign yet. We saw the one sign at the very start of the trail. We're slipping and sliding everywhere. Hopefully we get another sign so we can... Give me a sign!
There were icy corners, deep mud, soaked shoes, and miles of tough walking still ahead. Even the experienced hikers they met along the way warned that it was a long haul in those conditions. Eventually, Brendan decided to call it.
With the temperatures being sub-zero right now, even though the sun's shining, it is a cold day. I've now got wet feet. I know from previous experience, from doing various different things in my youth, that carrying on a sub-zero walk across treacherous ground with wet feet, with at least 3 or 4 miles to go, would be a pretty silly decision for my health. So it's not very often I turn back, but on this occasion, I didn't feel safe going forward, and I think you have to be honest with yourself and actually look at what's going to come if things go wrong.
Sometimes turning back is the smartest move, even if it feels like giving up. The rest of the day slowed down again. Brendan wandered through Bakewell, grabbed pastries, filmed a bit, then drove out to a quiet hillside spot to camp. It was the kind of place that promised a calm night with nothing to worry about. But once darkness fell, everything changed. Just as Brendan was settling in, something smacked the top of his partner's van, and the noise outside was loud enough to jolt him upright.
Everybody camping.
Someone was just outside the van. Oh.
Yeah, open the window.
You alright, mate?
Yeah. And there's a car. Did you have it as well?
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at you, mate. There's a car pissing about up there. It must have been...
What's a car pissing out about that?
They were by the van. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's the one
Hang on.
worrying me a little bit.
Yeah, hang on.
He's got something to say.
What time is it?
You stay away from my van.
Honestly, when I heard that car go past, what were they doing?
I don't know, but we've got somebody up there who's got a big spotlight on. He's our problem, because he's just driving backwards and forwards. If you look, he's definitely got a light on there. He's sitting up there. Is there something up there?
That scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I just banged my roof, I did, then.
Minutes later, a small van crept past, then a Land Rover, both silent, circling the area like they were checking something out. Then headlights appeared on the ridge, a vehicle sitting on the hill above them, engine off, lights pointed straight down at their camp, not moving or leaving, just watching.
So what are they playing at up there then?
Is that light in there?
It's just stalking us.
It's just, it's if it's sitting up there with headlights on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Are you?
Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not. Well, it's definitely a vehicle because I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. It was a little like Ford Connect van.
Well, why is he just stood there or sat there like stalking?
If you look here, if you stand here, right, you can just see one line. If I move to it looks like there's two.
When it finally left, Brendan launched his drone to check out the hillside, but instead of answers, he found something even stranger.
Apologies if you guys can't really see much because of how dark it is, but there's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill. Look with your naked eye at the top of that hill.
Yeah. See, it's picking up something.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, it's a fire. Look at the heat off. Look at the glow off it.
What the hell are they doing setting fires at this time of night?
It was quite a big fire, that was, because it showed up, didn't it?
Car's gone past twice.
Yeah. What, so we have two vehicles.
Yeah.
Past. What
did you say? One was a van?
One was a van, definitely a little van.
Yeah.
And the other was
Land Rover.
Yeah, that.
It was a large fire burning in the middle of nowhere, with no sign of who was there or what had happened. Despite the chilling events, the two stayed the night, neither of them feeling comfortable. Steve kept checking outside his van while Brendan tried to relax, with the heater running on max effort, just waiting for morning. And what was supposed to be a quiet night in a peaceful spot turned into one of the most unsettling camps he'd ever filmed. The northwest wind run by Sam is usually about quiet.
What the fuck was that? Was that a fucking children's Disney show? Come on, bruh.
Quiet stealth missions, fall colors, and slipping into places most people overlook. But his late-season corn maze camp didn't stay quiet for long. It was October 26th, 2023.
A day before my birthday.
On this day, Sam had found his way in the corn maze from the woods, ducking through thick brush and mud just to reach the site without being seen.
I've been bushwhacking for a few minutes. It's right up over this hill. Trying not to get my feet wet, but it's mud butt brooks back here. I gotta find a better way in.
Once he slipped between the tall stalks, the place felt different and strangely tense. Every step rustled, and each gust of wind made the corn sway, like something was moving just out of sight.
It is kind of spooky in here, not gonna lie. Sorry if I'm talking quiet. I just don't want anybody to know that I'm in here at all. The maze is closed today, so I'm not supposed to be in the maze. That's why I came today.
Plus, with people visiting the nearby overlook all day, Sam knew he had to stay low and quiet. Even while scouting for a hidden spot, he could hear voices drifting in from the edges of the field.
Yes, you hear people back there? I hope the camera could pick that up. You probably could. I just need to get to my spot and
Quads buzzed in the distance and someone's dog barked. The maze was closed, so that meant anyone who spotted movement inside would know something wasn't right. But when night settled and the maze went fully dark, things escalated fast.
Here's somebody coming on a quad or a side-by-side.
You sleeping in the maze. Smart idea.
There's somebody over here on a quad. Oh, shit. from me. Hang on. They're literally like right there.
Engines passed far too close while flashlights flicked through the rows, only a few yards away. Sam realized the part he had missed during planning was that the owners of the farm didn't just work the land. They actually lived right beside the maze.
I keep hearing people very close by, and those side-by-sides and machines have went by several times. I looked at the Google map again. The people that own this farm, their house is actually here. It's not just farmhands that are here. The people that own and live on this farm are actually 100 yards away. So I'm gonna bail. Because the last thing I want is to get shot or be seen out here in the middle of the night and people wonder what the hell's going on their property. That's a really easy way to get killed, as I hear people talking and they're not far away. I looked at the map and yeah, their house is literally right there. It's just not worth the risk. Those are flashlights. I can't film now because the screens are on.
Their home, porch, and yard were only about 100 yards from where he was planning to camp.
Damn, they would've
The
got
quad
shot.
circled again, closer this time, voices and lights creeping in. Suddenly, this turned from simple stealth camping into a mission of avoiding looking like some intruder sneaking around a family's property at night.
That's what
They're roaming around here for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm in here or not, but I'm not taking the risk. I knew this place was commercial, but I didn't realize their house was right there.
Look at that now.
There's a big row of trees. The house is right behind it. They got a pool, a tennis court. They're rich. I did not know they lived here, and I'm not going to get caught in their backyard. That's a good way to get shot. They're close. They're really close. I'm literally shaking. I'm not scared of getting caught. I'm scared of getting caught by homeowners in the middle of the night, so I just got to get out of here. I think they're looking for me. I promise you I didn't plan this to end up like this. Oh crap, that's the side-by-side. That's the side-by-side, it's close. I gotta get the hell out of here now.
One wrong move, a simple misunderstanding, and it could get very ugly. Therefore, Sam decided to cut his losses.
All right, I'm out of the cornfield, but now I gotta cross a road and go back into the woods. There's lights on back there. Do you hear them in the background? I just gotta go, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. They're still going around the property. I'm in the woods. Okay, they're coming down here again. I don't know why this, okay, hang on. I think I'm technically off their property now, but it's pitch black and I'm in the woods. And yeah, their back porch is right at the corner of that corn maze. I kind of want to show you on the Google map, but if I show you on the Google map, then it's going to be giving away where I was. I'm just not comfortable sleeping in somebody's backyard. If it were me and I saw somebody in my backyard with a flashlight late at night, I'd be outside with a weapon and it would not, I'm not going to puff my chest. It just wouldn't end well. It wouldn't be a good situation. Someone's on your property in the middle of the night and you don't know what they're doing.
With a racing heart, he timed his steps with the wind, pushed through the corn, and slipped back into the woods.
I gotta cross this creek, try and get across these logs. I'm like thick in it. I'm deep in it right now. I had to turn it on because I don't know where I'm going. Ow. Oh, I just nutted myself. Oh my god. I fell on this log. Oh, I just nutted myself.
Gang, what the fuck is this? Bro, what the fuck is this, bro? You fucking lying. First he's talking about, I'm deep in it now. This nigga talking about he nutted himself and then gonna show his shit, start moaning and shit.
Oh, I just nutted myself. Oh.
What the fuck you got going on, bro?
creek to cross, a log that gave way under him, a long walk in the dark. None of it mattered as much as getting out without being seen. By the time he hit the road, he was all muddy, bruised, and frustrated with himself. He'd call it a miss, learn from it, and move on. But a corn maze? That one definitely left it.
Shit, what do you think? Do you think this shit was real? But hey man, I hope y'all fucked with the video. Hope y'all enjoy the content. I will be coming with more. I ain't been on here in a minute. I will get back on here and start making more reactions, you feel me? Since I've been on my PC, bro. And shit, I'm just keep it going. So y'all hit like, hit subscribe. And I catch y'all boys in the next video. Go watch my last video, John Piglet. Catch y'all boys in the next one.